This pain, I never want to experience again. Your tongue is split in fucking half. So obviously it hurts. I think the most common question of all was, did it hurt? I really don't know what to answer to that, because the pain I was experiencing was like something that you cannot really imagine. Obviously I was imagining lots of fucking pain, but that pain that I was experiencing was beyond everything I could have ever thought of. It was the most horrible thing ever, like seriously. You get your tongue split, that didn't hurt at all. But after that, all the stuff keeps on coming down, and then you feel your tongue. And that was just plain horror. The first 3 days was the most uncomfortable thing of everything, like ears pointing, eyeball tattoos on my cat, or backdoor hole. This pain, I never want to experience again. So I guess, did it hurt? It was like, yes, 10,000. So the next most common question I got was, why? And honestly, I'm just like really experimental with my body. I'm really like fascinated by what our body is capable of and what we can do with our body. And also, just imagine having 2 tips of a tongue. Like, that is not natural. Like, obviously, if we talk about natural, the train already left the harbor, right? So 2 tips of a tongue sounds fucking incredible to me. Like, just to be able, that you can train, which was before 1, is now 2, and it can move in different directions. That's the why. I don't have a further why for you. That's the only why I got and why I did it, to be really honest. Also because I want to use it in movements that I can show you somewhere else, not here. Any advice? Well, advice, prepare for pain, prepare for 2 weeks of work, and prepare for having someone with you that can help you during the process. And best advice number 1 of all, drink iced water all day. Ice water. Best thing I could do ever after getting my tongue split. Ice water. Ice. And probably sleep with a towel, because you're gonna drool a lot. I didn't drool so much, but a lot of people drool, so you need a lot of towels to like put that spit on. That was already so much to talk. So exhausting with a new tongue. Can we do a break?
We can do a break.
I need water. Yeah, my tongue gets exhausted so fast these days. Speaking is still a challenge for me. Like, my tongue needs to get used to speaking again, because it's a complete new feeling. Like, I feel like I'm doing gym work in my mouth right now. Like, this is a whole new training. Also, I speak like this because I have more drool in my mouth. And when I speak to people, I spit in their face right now because I have so much drool. So I have to speak like this right now, because it's just like all the time. Okay. How many days till it's healed? I guess for that is everybody is like different for everybody, because everybody is different. But like initially the first 3 days I've heard from most people are the worst, which was for me. The first 3 days was really uncomfortable, was a lot of pain. I could not sleep. And then after 3 days you feel like your energy coming back and you feel better, and it starts like you can feel something again, and the swelling goes down. And it took for me a week to be able to eat. And now I'm able to eat fully again. I can still not super talk, but it will take another week, 1 or 2 weeks. The tongue is the fastest healing of our body, apparently. So it heals really fast, and it also wants to grow back together by itself, and which could happen if you don't practice to keep it apart, because you want to keep it apart. I want to keep it apart. I don't want to cut it again. So every day I do like this. I spread it inside my mouth. It's a little bit painful, but for sure I don't want to, I know. I don't want to do it again. I say that right now, probably in half a year, if it keeps on growing back together, I probably do it again. I know myself. But right now, I'm like, that was too much. Too much. So 1, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, healing process, all good. My ears took much longer. The ears took much longer compared to the tongue. Like the healing was actually also really uncomfortable now that I remember. Tongue is the worst though. So painful. When can you start talking? Well, I can talk right now, but not so clear yet. But it took me 3 days also till people could kind of understand me again. I couldn't really talk. I was talking like this. I was texting people all the time and writing things down because it's so swollen. Like everything swells. Like your whole tongue, it goes till back. It goes till back here. Everything is swollen. So you cannot really talk. But the lisp will go away because our brain is capable of learning new things. I hope it goes away. If not, it's going to be cute forever. Where did you get it done? In a doctor's office. I don't think that any doctor would do such a thing. I don't even think a plastic surgeon would do such a thing. No, you have to go to a professional cyber doctor in a base. No, no, you have to go to a professional body mod, which in my case is Gato Moreno, best body mod in Mexico and in the world, of course, out of my perspective. I wouldn't, after I fucked up my eyes, I wouldn't let anybody else touch my body again. This is like, you want a body mod that not only cuts you apart, you want a body mod that also cares for you and your after well-being. So when you get your tongue cut and that body mod sends you directly home, you know you got the wrong one. Yeah, you want one that says, stay, I want to watch you, and that messages you afterwards and asks you how you are. You want someone that cares. You don't want someone that just takes your money and sends you home. So be really careful who you're going through, because there's a lot of butchers out there. I know because I went to one, which was my eyes. I butchered my eyes. So be careful. Question number 9, I don't know, because I can't read it. Did they use stitches? Yes, they did. So my body mod uses stitches that are dissolving by themselves. So it goes out by itself. I've heard of other body mods where the stitches stay inside and it gets really uncomfortable till they remove it. But it's just like 5 days or something. But mine, they're going out by themselves. Like they're dissolving, and that was just the first 5, 6, 7 days, and they started coming out. And then it was okay. So yes, because they cut it open, it's flesh, right? So they have to stitch it together that you stop bleeding. Otherwise you would keep on bleeding and it would probably not heal. But I heard I don't know, maybe there's other procedures how you can do it, but I'm not a body mod. I don't know about those other procedures. I just know you stitch it and they dissolve. Can you hear that I'm struggling a little bit while talking? Yeah, right? It's like, because this is like your speaking apparatus, right? It's like that what you use to speak. So, why do you hate yourself so much? It's also a very common question. Let me turn that perspective. What if I love myself so much and that's why I do it? I know you won't believe me saying that, so let's just answer that question. This is my passion. I'm into body mod since I'm 14 years old. I got my first tattoo with 14, and since then I knew I wanted to have a full bodysuit. For me, it is art. My whole life is art. I do art. I paint my walls. I transform everything around me which is creation. So I use my body to create. It's a form of creating art with my body, and our body is fucking incredible of what it can do. So for me, it is not me hating me, for me it's me loving me and creating with my body. That's actually, it's art. For me it's art. And art is love. But that's why do you hate yourself so much? I get that a lot. Like, I get that when I get a new tattoo, I get that everywhere. Like my tongue is still in a healing process. I'm on day 11 today. It's already getting better, but it will not stay forever. I'm gonna learn how to speak, how to eat, and how to move my tongue in different ways which were not there before. But I'm doing anyways the stretching every day. I'm stretching it apart so that it doesn't go back together. And there's still some stitches. So if you see some bubbles, all the bubbles in my tongue is thread and stitches. Can you eat? Would be the last question. I couldn't eat anything the first week. I was only drinking ice water and smoothies and soup. The smoothies were the best. The soup was not so great because hot was not so, it didn't feel so nice on the tongue. But if you keep on with the drinking water, yeah, the end. Living happily ever after with my tongue split. Till the next body mod. I needed her.